What's up, Nintendo gamers? The Kid here with another Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS update. So through today's pick of the day, Sakurai revealed that Luigi will have a new final smash, and that will include his Poltergust 5000 from the Luigi's Mansion series, specifically Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, as you can see, but we have no picture of what it does, so it's all up to speculation, but it's cool to see a character having a new final smash. We also get a look at the areas you will visit in the new Pokemon stage for the 3DS version of Smash Bros. As you can see, you'll start on the ground in the front entrance of Prism Tower, then make your way up the tower, and then finally stopping at the top of the tower, and there's even more platforms to be used. And finally, Andross makes his return as an assist trophy in Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS. So guys, with that is the news. Let's get into my thoughts and opinion on everything that was presented in this update. So first things first, let's talk about Luigi's new Final Smash, which in Brawl, he had something that no one even had any idea what it was. It was called the negative zone, and basically it's supposed to be his feelings projected on everybody else as being in the shadow of Mario. People trip, you get dizzy, the characters will fall asleep, and Luigi becomes extremely powerful, and he has this giant bubble on everything. And it was a cool final smash, but at the same time it had absolutely no character to it, and really it had nothing identifiable with Luigi and games in general. So it's good to see that Luigi will now have something that people will really recognize this time around, and that is his Poltergust 5000 from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. So again, we don't know what it does. It will probably just suck up enemies in the vicinity and just spit them out, and they get killed, and all that. That's really what I'm getting from it. I don't see it going anywhere else but that, but it looks really cool. I really like that they've done this for Luigi. Now I know a lot of people are going to be saying, I wish his Poltergust 5000 was a move, just a regular move like Mario's Flood move, which people kind of speculated that Luigi would have his Poltergust in Brawl because Mario had his Flood in Brawl 2. And also the same thing happened with this game when they seen that Mario's Flood will be returning, which I really don't know why Mario's Flood returned in this game. I just found it was a good item. I mean, I knew how not an item but move, I knew how to use it effectively, but at the same time a lot of times it was just kind of useless because it did no damage, and you really had to time it well, and it was really hard to do that. So a lot of people want his Poltergust as just a standalone move like his down special, but this works too. I mean, this is fine. So characters are obviously getting new final smashes, because in Brawl there were a lot that was really like, huh? Why is the character doing that? Like Yoshi. I know Yoshi gets wings in some games like Mario, Super Mario World. If you get I believe it's like a icy blue shell, he can fly and stuff, but at the same time it was like, yeah, that happens in a game, but at the same time, can we have something more updated? Bowser, he just, again, Bowser, please make Bowser more like Bowser. He just, turns into Giga Bowser, and it's like, that's not even from a game. That's just weird. Yes, it kind of incorporated Bowser being huge, which you guys know that Bowser's been huge in games as the final boss. He's just been a bigger version of himself. But what I would do, as far as a new smash for him is put him in his Koopa Clown cart, I believe that's what it's called, and him dropping, bombs or something, ball bombs, or, these bomb-like somethings on the ground and blowing everybody up, and he's like flying and you can kind of control it. that's more true to Bowser's character. Or Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, he got his bongos out. Okay, yes, it was from a game, but at the same time, it's like that's not really Donkey Kong, you know? It some of them were kind of lame when it came to the characters. So I would make Donkey Kong's like I would make it where something similar to Kirby's Final Smash in Brawl, where he kind of sucks characters up in the gold barrel from the Donkey Kong Country Returns games and Tropical Freeze games, and then once the characters are in the barrel, he proceeds to punch them very rapidly and then does an uppercut and then breaks the barrel and everybody goes flying. That will be true to Donkey Kong, you know, and that whole scenario kind of plays homage to the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat games, where Donkey Kong would punch and headbutt these enemy characters and stuff. That's Donkey Kong, you know. As far as Mario, he had this fire blast in Brawl, and again, that really wasn't in any Mario game. So I actually am stumped to what to make Mario. So maybe I'll think of something later, but I have no idea what to make Mario's that would be true to his character. Maybe you guys will have an idea of that. So basically, I'm not really going to talk about the assist trophy and the new Pokemon stage we got to see. I'm just talking more about this because this is the more interesting thing. Those things are cool and all, but this is just something really huge I want to talk about. And sorry if it seems like I'm going a little bit on with this, but you know, I want to show you guys again Luigi's Final Smash, and as you can see, I have a picture of the artwork of the Poltergust 5000 from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and as you can see, it's basically an exact replica of that, which is really cool. So what characters do you guys want to see with new Final Smashes that is more true to the characters' moveset or what they do in their actual respective games? Because in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, a lot of characters had stuff that really had nothing to do with the character. Like Pit in Brawl, he had something that pertained to his character. He would summon Palutena, and Centurions would come and hit all the characters. That was cool, but as for a new one here in Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS, I'll have him summon the Great Sacred Treasures, which is in Kid Icarus Uprising, and basically just blow everybody to smithereens and stuff. You know, Link, I have no idea. I'm stumped with that. Maybe you guys will have a better idea. He basically just did this sword combo on you with a Triforce spinning. It was actually really cool. I wouldn't mind if that stayed, but maybe there's something you guys can think of that's more true to the games that Link come from in general. And you know, Sonic, he turned into Super Sonic. That's true to his character. I wouldn't mind if he did like this what's it called in Sonic Colors? I believe it's called Multicolor Blast or something he does at the end of Sonic Colors on the final boss. I'm not sure, but I would just have characters have better things. And we already know a character that's going to have a new Final Smash, and that is actually Olimar. As you guys can see here, Sakurai said in the pick of the day that his ship, I believe it's called the Hakotake, or something like that, I can't pronounce it, but it's now a bomb, and it does basically the same thing as Final Smash. You throw it, it launches itself in the sky, and then comes down and explodes. So that confirms that pretty much Olimar is going to have a new Final Smash. There's no point in making his Final Smash a bigger version of an item. So he's confirmed, basically. I mean, it's, you know, we're speculating here, but I'm just going to say that. And characters like, say, Wario, I had no idea where his Final Smash came from. Some say the WarioWare games, but I've really never played the WarioWare game, so it was just weird. I really didn't recognize it. Peach, she summoned a bunch of Peaches. It's like, In this game, I would love her to have something that pertains to what's it called? Super Princess Peach for the DS, where it does something with her emotions, like she cries, she gets angry, she does like this combo with all these emotions, and it has different effects and stuff. It's like a combo, something like that. So tell me what you guys think in the comments below. What characters do you want to have final smashes with, brand new final smashes with, and what would you make them? What would it reference from their respective games that really pay a tribute to the characters themselves? Tell me that in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Those are my thoughts, and that's it for this update. I'll be doing more updates on Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS as more things are revealed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and favorite this video. See you guys next update.